Okay, after that interesting beginning, welcome to the Evolution RTS 1 versus 1 tournament. Get together tournament, invitational. We have a mix of existing springers and some of the new Steam guys that are going to be playing for us today. I will be showing the brackets between matches. And let's see. And Anarchid's wanting to know how to turn off the mumble overlay. It's in the settings. So as soon as these two guys ready up, we will go ahead and get started. Anarchid is going to be starting in the bottom right in the parchment color, and Godde is going to be starting in the top left, and he's going to be sporting green for this match. And I'm going to... There we go. And there's the GLHF from Godde. And we're about to get this started. At some point here. Apparently I have to force start it because one of the people didn't load. There you go. And so here in the top left, as I mentioned, we have Godde in the green. And in the bottom right, we have Anarchid. This is the first game of the Evolution RTS 1 versus 1 get-together invitational tournament. Featuring spring players, existing spring players, and new Steam users alike. Now, it looks like Anarchid has given us a very good view of what he's going to go ahead and be doing. He's going to get up, looks like 5 metal extractors, then an amphibious plant, and then keep expanding up the right side. Looks like Godde is going to go ahead and get 5 extractors up, stick up a amphibious factory, and get some buggies out. And looks like Anarchid is going to start by putting up a snake. And let's actually adjust these volumes just a tad. There we go. And so Anarchid is continuing with his plan to push up the right-hand side. Godde is pumping out snakes. And this is actually going to be fairly bad news for Anarchid if he does not finish this turret in time. And he will finish it in time. This turret... Oh, will he? Yes, there we go. This turret will one-shot these. And now Godde's moving in with snakes. And right now, about now, Anarchid's really happy that he decided to put that turret there. And so now he's going to stick a turret up on the hill. Well, he was, but he canceled it so he could EMP. Now, Godde is losing some snakes. He hasn't actually killed anything yet. So this has proved to be a fairly futile raid. He has halted the progress of Anarchid, but not by a whole lot here. And looks like we're going to have some underwater action. Loses a couple snakes. Godde does have 4 snakes up top that are going after Anarchid's Overseer. They're going to pick up a mechs. Anarchid does EMP them, and he's going to try to put up a turret, which this will not work out for him at all. And he needs to EMP and get out of there. Oh, and he's decided to try to salvage his Overseer, which may or may not be the right choice. Depends on whether he forgets to stop that or not. Little camera mishap there. Okay, looks like Godde loses a few snakes and hides an amphibious snake under the water. Now, on the other side of things, Anarchid is raiding the top. He's taken out 1 mechs. He's going to get 2. And Godde is starting to put out razors. Now, these razors razors should handle this, and Anarchid's salvage of his overseer just finished. I can't imagine that he actually meant to do that. He may have. Okay, this razor is going to take out the one snake that was being troublesome up here in the top. And we've got a couple spitters from Anarchid that are trying to ward off these razors, but unfortunately these spitters just aren't very good versus razors. Spitters are more designed to take out heavily armored targets. And looks like this razor is going to go cause some trouble down with these metal extractors. But Godde is running really low on energy. He's almost pegged. And unfortunately, these spitters are having a real hard time hitting those snakes. And looks like Godde's razor is going to continually take out mexes down here in the bottom rather slowly. Godde's energy income is awful at the moment. He is not doing good at all. Now, the one thing that he does have going for him is the fact that these spitters are having trouble reaching it, but they do get up there. And now Godde has more trouble down here in the south. The immolator is going to be causing all kinds of trouble. These spitters are going to end up getting Godde's overseer, except for he did take them underwater where they can't shoot, but his spitters were pushing the overseer above water, and Godde loses his overseer. The EMP goes off, but doesn't get anything, and it looks like Godde is very much on the back foot. These guys are neck and neck in the resource count. Godde's losing a little bit, but on the other hand, these spitters are proving to be quite troublesome. Now, Godde is responding correctly and building fast light units to take out these spitters. It's exactly what you have to do. However, he does have the problem of the fact that there are turrets going up all over the place, and these turrets do kill these snakes in one shot. And this turret finishes. It's going to get 2 for its trouble, but it does get taken out. Snake's still moving in. And Anarchid's still relying fairly heavily on these spitters. I don't think that that will work out for him if he keeps it up for too long, but for the moment it's working out pretty perfect. Now, these snakes are going to move up. Looks like they're going to get a metal extractor, maybe, if Godde leaves it there. A spitter randomly attacking an advanced generator. That's not going to work out very good for him, but at the same time, Anarchid does have a bunch of drones attacking these metal extractors up here in the top. And while they won't kill it anytime soon, they will be annoying. And Godde has actually managed to glitch one of his snakes inside a metal extractor. There he goes. He moves it out, so it's actually hitting it now. That's irritating. And it looks like drones moving up for Godde. And those should be able to actually take out these metal extractors. Speaking of metal extractors being taken out by drones up here in Godde's back door, there are drones taking these out, but he does have a single coyote. They'll be able to clean these up pretty quickly. And Godde's somewhat stabilizing a little bit here. He got on the back foot there for quite a while, but he's really pulling it out. And now these drones are going to make life hell for these metal extractors here. They don't do much damage, but in numbers they do enough. And it looks like we have some spitters heading up the left-hand side. This is an excellent move from Anarchid. But he's got more problems, because wildcats just showed up, and Anarchid has 0 anti-air. None whatsoever at the moment. But he's pumping out a coyote. This coyote should take out these wildcats with no problem whatsoever. Godde being chased off after killing quite a few wildcats. Also, it looks like an Icons is moving up. That's going to be awful confusing when it's his turn to play. And this Icons is going to take out 2 coyotes, while 2 or I'm sorry, 4 Wildcats work on the turrets in the southwest side of things. And this Coyote's going to get another Coyote, and maybe another Wildcat. Yep, another Wildcat does go down. Godde's down to 2 Wildcats. And at the same time, we have Spitters moving in up the middle for Anarchid. All he's got up here to protect this are drones. It probably won't matter because these won't be able to do that much damage, but if he gets this advanced generator, that could really hurt Godde. And he does get it. Godde has just lost an advanced generator. That's going to put him down to 15 energy income from 25. And that's a pretty big loss. He was quite a ways ahead in that. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but okay. Sorry, I was a bit distracted there by a building in progress being salvaged, which is a little bit unintuitive, but okay. And Anarchid is getting up his second advanced generator. Now his energy income is up to 27. That is excellent for him. And this, he gets a refund for the money he already put into the building. Okay then. And we got Spitters moving in from the east for Anarchid. It's going to take out a constructor. Up in the north, Anarchid gets another constructor. Godde's metal income is currently quite a bit higher than Anarchid's. Well, I say quite a bit. It's at 8.0 versus 6. And bunch of Coyotes move in here for Godde. And other than scouting, there's not a whole lot that they can do. Anarchid is getting his Spitters out of there. He does have 0 icons to protect these Spitters. That's kind of bad considering that there are Wildcats right there. Spitters moving up the middle. Wildcat does manage to take out a building metal extractor, and right about now Anarchid is realizing that he forgot to include anti-air. Whoops. He is trying to put up an anti-air turret here. And he does get the anti-air turret up. That Wildcat is going to go down. And there we go. Coyotes taking out drones right and left. Spitter versus Spitter, but Anarchid has a lot more. And these Spitters are moving up through the center. They get a metal extractor, and it looks like they're going to get this radar as well. And he's building an offensive immolator, which doesn't even make it to halfway being built. Spitters versus Crushers. Now, this is the unit they are specifically very good against. And Godde actually had the correct idea initially, because he was building lots of snakes versus these Spitters, and Spitters cannot hit small light units, but Godde is moving in with an attack of his own. First offensive we've seen from him in quite some time. And so basically he's going to move in here. He's going to get a couple metal extractors, a turret. He is going to start getting hit by these Spitters. He takes out a riot tank. And it looks like the Spitter offensive in the northeast has somewhat failed. But Anarchid is getting up turrets on the ridges. And that's particularly problematic for Godde. Now, he could actually get rid of these with a single artillery unit, which could actually hit it from in his base. Now, Anarchid is actually force firing his turret at the ground on the other side of this advanced generator, which might sound like a good idea, but the problem is that it costs 30 energy to continually fire that turret. And it looks like we have spitters moving in from more or less all directions for Anarchid moving up north. This is actually a bit of an upset. I would have figured Godde to be in the lead right now, but looks like he's been having some trouble. Now, he does have a little opening here. He'll get a couple icons for free and a spitter. He doesn't need to be careful of that turret, though. And he is getting a turret of his own up, which will help take out all these engineers here, if it can actually reach them, which, there it goes. Yes, it can. At the meantime, we have a spitter taking out turrets. Spitters moving in from the north. Godde's metal income is going down fairly rapidly, unfortunately. He does have a builder up here in the north. He can build stealth metal extractors here and there. And Crusher's going after spitters. Once again, not an ideal matchup. And it looks like Godde is not doing anything at the moment. Oh, he is sending these Crushers up to the north. These Crushers will be able to clean out this area. But unfortunately, there's also spitters heading in from the south. And Anarchid is turret pushing fairly heavily. He's attempting to, anyway. Unfortunately, he does keep losing workers, which is costing him quite a bit in the long run. And Godde has, once again, stabilized out a little bit. He does get an assimilator up, and now these turrets are going to start dying. So this is excellent for Godde. He's trying to get them in permission, or in position, I should say. And some Shadow Fury is going to move in. Unfortunately, God's getting them way too close. And here comes Spitters for Anarchid. And yeah, these are not going to last very long. Now, these Spitters, if they come up right underneath the Crushers, they will probably be able to take them out before the Crushers will take them. But, oh no, there's bombers moving in. And they are going to take out the factory of God. And looks like he's going to leave a parting gift, which takes out 2 basic generators. And we've got a bit of a spitter army moving up for Anarchid. And Godde, while he did kind of stabilize a little bit, he's also fallen behind quite a bit. And here comes the bomber army for Anarchid. And these... God calls the GG. Godde calls the GG. Sorry. And there you have it. A bit of an upset. I would not have expected Godde to lose this game. But, yeah. Anarchid pulls it off. And now we just get to watch the wanton destruction. And Godde exited the game because technically it's supposed to resign for him. But I'll go ahead and exit it. And excellent game from Anarchid. So pretty awesome. That was game 1. We've got 2 more to come, and we're going to get set up a little bit. So stay tuned.